welcome back to Speed Freak Garage, home of PowerSports on YouTube. While we were waiting on a new engine for our race car, we had an argument with some black ice about 2 weeks ago, broke the handguard, messed up the throttle tube, and the mirror does not get tight anymore. So we contacted our homies over at Takomoto, who we have been using to build up all the Baja parts on the bike. You will notice I already put Supermoto Michelin Anaki road tires on it for the winter because these are like the best rain tires you can get in the weird dirt bike size. Anyway, I'll put a link to those just in case you're interested. But what we're really here for is the mirrors. So Takomoto sent us the, or I should say recommended the double take mirrors. There's two different styles, a round and then a Coffin. We originally had ordered the round. I didn't like the way the round looked and it wasn't as convex as I had hoped. So instead I got the Coffin, and the Coffin actually kind of fit the style of the bike better. So we're going with the Coffins. And basically what they are is they just use a ram mount essentially so that you have some vibration dampening for off-road. If you crash, hopefully the ram mount will move and not destroy the mirror. Okay. And this should be a simple install. And I say should be because if you've seen any of my videos before, it's not always simple. And make sure you shake the Loctite. I wish somebody would have told me that years ago. Yeah. All right, so you'll need a 14mm wrench to slide up and remove the original mirrors. So we're just gonna take them right off. No sympathy for these ugly, worthless, never stays tight, just garbage mirrors. We are going to, yeah. Come on. All right. We do have this washer we're gonna keep, and I don't really know what to do with the mirror. Just set it on the new hand guards. That's a different video. All right. Gonna bust this broken ass mirror loose. Oh, it hit the ground. You could hear it like plinking down inside the bike like pachinko style. That was a close call. I didn't want to dig that out. All right. So that was very straightforward. Now we need to figure out which piece, because this is like a universal kit. So which piece is the correct piece for the Husqvarna? In this case, we're gonna hopefully go with maybe a shorter one. And nope, that's not the right threads. So see, they have different thread pitches, probably standard and metric. Husqvarna, of course, is metric, or that might be fine and coarse. Yeah, this is kind of just a game of chance here. That's not going at all, so we're gonna try this one. Okay, so it's the gold bolt on your Husqvarna. And obviously it's the short one. I guess if you wanted to use mirror risers, maybe that's what this is for, is to kind of raise the mirror up. I don't necessarily think that's a good idea because that gives it more leverage. If you impact here, then something could happen. So we're going to go ahead and pull out, this looks all the way up to an 8. Yeah, it's an 8. So we're just gonna kind of run it in and test it before I do the Loctite. Make sure it tightens down and all that. Okay, and then if we kind of quickly just test fit, because again, oh, and you got a nice, so we didn't even need these old washers because we got a nice lock washer that came with it. So we are going to just put these back on here, and then when I bag them up, because I'm keeping all the OEM parts, because people are weird like that when they buy bikes, if I ever have to sell it. All right, so we've got this. Okay. Damn, they got that tight. Okay. I'm just kind of seeing how it relates to the, man, it's like, interesting. That is odd. There we go. So I just want to see how tall it is compared to the OEM mirror. And I'm going to just go ahead and say it's, oh, I got the wrong mirror, but it's not very tall. It's much shorter, which might be an issue, but I mean, again, you don't want the mirror like hanging out to get damaged. So I'm just gonna install it. Damn, this thing is weird. It's definitely not a RAM mount, it's some off-brand. Okay, I'm gonna install the short one, and again, real quick, just need to make sure it doesn't, yeah, okay, bottom out in here, because you could crack that cast piece. So we are going to go ahead and Loctite her up. This video is actually going really well for once. Most videos don't go well, as you guys have noticed. Gonna Loctite it. We're just using blue, obviously, so it's undoable in the future if it needs to be undone. In this case, potentially to add risers, but again, risers make it easier to break things you don't want to break. So now this is a huge Allen wrench. We don't want to overdo it on this cast metal. So we're just gonna kind of, yeah, we're gonna do like half distance with my weak nerd arms, and we should be fine. Okay. Now we can pop out our mirror, and I'm assuming you want it facing the rider. This is very odd. There we go. Kind of trying to pop it on. Okay. Got it popped on. So you obviously want to face the rider with it, with this, so you can do a quick adjust. Because if you're riding on the road, but then it's like, okay, let me, I guess the phone thing's kind of in the way, but let me try and explain it. So, you're on the road. You need your mirrors. It's a law. You need to be able to, ooh, yeah, I'm probably going to have to use the riser. Darn. That's, man, that's close. Like, that's like, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I probably just need to drive it and just see if I like it or not. I mean, the low profile's nice, but yeah, I just rub my hand on it like just, okay. So you're on the road, you're riding, you need your mirror, whatever. Okay, so now you are going to, let's say, the Baja stage. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Anyway, you're going from on-road to off-road. So you loosen this, and you just kind of, like, again, this is in the way. You can just kind of tuck this down somewhere where it's safe. Or you can just kind of, like, you guys know what I mean. Like, I think they're, again, this is in the way, but I think their example is just kind of tucking it down here out of the way, out of your way. So, yeah, but before this Loctite dries, I'm just going to go ahead and install the riser because I can already see this hitting my knuckle guards on my winter gloves. So the video doesn't go as planned, which is probably a good thing because it makes it more like it's one of my videos where nothing goes according to plan. So I'm going to try and cheat here. Might regret it. Oh, ow, yeah. Okay, we're going to cheat. We're going to real quickly. Oh, and I forgot the lock washer, so that was smart. So we're going to quickly pull that out. We're going to replace this in there. Okay, and then we're going to grab this. I don't even really know if I need this. I'm going to use it anyway. I don't really see a reason for it. Okay, got plenty of threads. As long as you have one diameter for something like this, you're going to be okay. So, oh yeah. All right. Oh yeah, we got plenty of thread engagement on that. And we got it pretty decently set. Man, I don't like that. because I feel like you could get cut. Yep, see, this is why I make these videos, because then you guys don't have to do this trial and error nonsense like I have to do. So I'm gonna remove this lock ring. Should have more than enough Loctite left after doing this twice. Yep, bye-bye lock ring. Because it honestly looks like it would just slice me right open in a wreck. So, am I planning to wreck? No, but I mean, when you're off-roading, you're gonna wreck. I can't stand people who act like they're so good they don't wreck. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and tighten it back down, just same as we did before. It's about half strength here on the Allen wrench. Make sure everything looks like it's pretty decently centered up. Some of that extra Loctite out of there. Okay, that is not going anywhere. Now we can check our mirror again. Okay. All right. That is much better. So what you want to do is you want to bring the mirror out, and I'll have hand guards here for the next video, so I'll have to readjust it. But I basically want the mirror even, kind of even here, and then level-ish. Okay. And then when I'm riding, I'm usually just kind of chilling on this bike, so I need to set the mirror so that I can see the vehicles behind me just in my, like, not this position, but just my chill position. Like I'm just chilling, I'm just riding, maybe tucked up just a little bit like this. So I need to come in a hair, and then I think this floor is pretty flat. I just don't like that you can see your elbow, but that's just, you know, it's just kind of the way it is. So, but if I lean over to look maybe just out a hair, and it kind of helps hide my elbow a little better. And then I wish this was a convex lens, like one of those really nice curved ones, but I couldn't find any. And then maybe not looking down so much. Again, I'm gonna have to probably actually sit out on the neighborhood street and redo all this. We're gonna go ahead and crank it down, but not too hard, because if you crash, you want it to move and not break, right? So I think that's pretty good. And then we are going to just kind of, I'll show you guys kind of how she looks from the front here. Oh yeah. So honestly, that looks so much better than factory. And then when I put the new handguards on, they have a very similar shape. Yeah, I think that looks awesome. Okay, and not drop the bike, please. All right. So obviously the video's technically over, so if you guys don't want to watch the rest, you don't have to watch the rest, but I'm gonna do the other side. Got a koozie now. You know, I mean, these videos aren't to make money. They're not for clout. I'm not some douchebag influencer who thinks they're super special. You know, I just trying to help people out with, hey, this is what happens when a normal, everyday person with, you know, just normal skills has to do things on their own. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just take this. This is so much easier now that we know what we wanna do. This, we don't want the locking ring because it definitely felt like it was gonna cut me open. We're gonna go ahead and throw this on. Okay, and then we're gonna, same thing, we're just gonna kinda 50% strength. And I do have to be a little careful because this is the side that got damaged in the black ice incident. Okay, I'm gonna call it there. Again, I just have weak nerd arms, so you guys have to be careful if you're actually strong, because you can just pop that shit right off. I don't have near as much strength. So we're gonna loosen this way up is also one thing that we kind of learned, and then we kind of have to like kind of be rough with it to get it to actually come back, and probably would help to put it on the right direction. Which another thing that's cool is you can spin the mirrors around the other way if you want to be one of those people that likes to just be a jerk about everything, but anyway. All right, so we'll go ahead and tighten it back down till it's just tight enough to adjust. Pull our cozy and sticker. Really want to ride this bike tomorrow, so I'm trying not to waste too much time on this. I need to check my tire pressure, which is why that's there. All right, so same thing. We are going to pop up here. I'm still not too happy with that, but I really think I just need to wait until I get onto the street, and then you'll see how I line this up. And then same here, I'm gonna line it up with the bar for now, but I think it'll have to get relined up once the hand guards are there. Okay, and then tighten it just a hair, and then we're just gonna kind of spin it. And this is tough. So again, I don't want to be like in my arm, but I also need to see behind me. That's the tough thing with the motorcycle, is trying to see behind you. So we're gonna, I think we're gonna call it there and then come back and adjust it. I probably won't have time tomorrow morning on my way to work, but I need to take some time to stop, adjust it. Maybe, I'm riding down the street, like I can already tell this is not gonna work, but I'm riding down the street and I'm like, oh shit, I can't see out of this one. So then when I get to work, I can kind of, that's bothering me. It's just a hair off. There we go. That was really bothering me. What's cool is this shouldn't move unless there's an incident. And if I do notice they're kind of shaking out of place, I'll give them another crank, but I don't want to overdo it. So yeah, I think let's kind of back away from the bike a little bit, give you guys a better look at her. So I think that looks 100 times better. Oh, they're way off. Oh, because that one's further from... Oh boy, that's messing with my head. Anyway, I think that looks so much better. It's more rugged looking. It matches the bike. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for watching. And our very next video coming right up will be the handguards. See you next time.
Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town.